Hello, and welcome to my channel. Today, we'll be discussing the concept of dopamine detox and how it can help reset your brain for success. Can neurochemicals in the brain be reset? Can fasting increase dopamine levels? Many individuals have attempted various detoxes to influence their brain's reward system. However, a dopamine detox differs from other detoxes since it requires a complete removal of all pleasurable activities from your life. People who partake in a dopamine detox avoid social media, phones, games, food, and even social interaction. Anything that might stimulate pleasure is eliminated. Why would someone willingly give up all pleasurable activities in their life? Well, this detox revolves around the neurotransmitter dopamine. Often, dopamine is thought of as one of many feel-good chemicals in the brain. However, dopamine's relationship with the brain is much more complex than one might think. Have you ever wondered why you crave certain things? Dopamine is the driving force behind your wants and cravings. In other words, dopamine compels you to do whatever you desire. For instance, imagine you're working and your phone dings. You've heard that sound a million times, and your brain instantly responds with a shot of dopamine. You feel compelled to check your phone, and a burst of excitement and enthusiasm drives your brain away from work. You pick up your phone and check your messages, only to realize it's spam or a text from your mom. That rush of dopamine dies down, and you put away your phone and refocus on your work. However, when your phone dings again, the cycle continues. Throughout your life, you may find yourself chasing these bursts of dopamine because the chemical rush is often more exciting than the actual stimulus. Consider a text message. Wasn't the potential of that message more exciting than the message itself? This is how dopamine works. It fuels your brain's wants and desires, but it doesn't control whether or not you enjoy something. Instead, it pushes you to watch one more episode, click one more profile, scroll through one more page. Rushes of dopamine keep you wanting more, even if each stimulus leaves you feeling disappointed. As you can imagine, chasing dopamine can be a dangerous path. Many individuals cling to their smartphones and social media because they're searching for their next source of dopamine. Each time you engage with these devices, you get a little rush of dopamine in your brain, and that chemical keeps you coming back again and again. In summary, a dopamine detox involves a complete removal of all pleasurable activities from your life in an attempt to reset your brain's relationship with dopamine. It's important to note that dopamine is not inherently bad, but an over-reliance on it can be detrimental to your overall well-being. By understanding how dopamine works, you can make informed decisions about how you engage with pleasurable stimuli in your life. The concept of a dopamine detox is aimed at altering your relationship with this powerful chemical by abstaining from all sources of want and desire in your life. This is because dopamine dependence can create a toxic cycle that is difficult to break free from. By fasting from dopamine, you remove all sources of dopamine from your life and escape bad habits. However, it is important to understand that dopamine fasting does not increase or decrease the amount of dopamine in your body. It does not control how much you enjoy something, but rather wants and desires. It is crucial to note that dopamine fasting was first conceptualized by a psychiatrist as a technique to help people escape from compulsive and destructive behaviors. However, as it grew more popular, it became a blanket solution to our dependence on technology, food, and other sources of desire. Yet, dopamine fasting is not the answer to all your problems. By performing a dopamine detox, you will not suddenly live a different life or gain unstoppable self-discipline. Instead, this practice can significantly increase your resistance to temptation and give you a sense of control over your life. During a dopamine detox, you are forced to remove all temptations from your life, gaining a unique opportunity to reflect on the distractors that control you and learn how to live your life without them. You won't be a different person by the end of your detox, but the next time you hear a notification or feel a temptation, you may stop, think, and make your own decision. And that's the power of a dopamine detox. Performing your own dopamine detox involves several steps. Firstly, make a list of all the things that give you a dopamine hit, such as social media, junk food, video games, or shopping. Then eliminate all these things from your life for a specific amount of time, such as a day, a week, or even a month. During this time, focus on activities that do not give you a dopamine hit, such as exercise, reading, or spending time in nature. Next, practice mindfulness and meditation to help you become even more aware of your thoughts and feelings. This can help you resist the temptation to indulge in dopamine-rich activities. You may also want to consider setting goals for yourself during your detox, such as learning a new skill or completing a project. This can help you stay motivated and focused on the positive changes you are making in your life. Finally, be patient with yourself and don't beat yourself up if you slip up. Breaking old habits can be difficult, and it is important to remember that progress is not always linear. Focus on the positive changes you have made and use them as motivation to continue making healthier choices in the future. In conclusion, a dopamine detox can be a powerful tool for gaining control over your life and breaking free from the cycle of dopamine dependence. By abstaining from sources of dopamine, you can increase your resistance to temptation and learn to live your life without being controlled by wants and desires. By following the steps outlined above, you can perform your own dopamine detox and begin to experience the benefits of a healthier, more mindful lifestyle. When embarking on a dopamine detox, it is important to first identify the temptations that you want to avoid. These may include spending too much time on your phone, being glued to a screen for hours on end, or scrolling through social media every time there's a lull in your day. Each of these compulsions represents a destructive behavior driven by the rush of dopamine. Therefore, these are the temptations that you want to avoid during your detox. Many people think that a detox means abstaining from all sources of dopamine. However, not only is that almost impossible, but it can also interfere significantly with your daily life. Human interaction has become a popular component of dopamine fasting, but avoiding human interaction doesn't affect your brain's relationship to dopamine. All it does is deprive you of love, solidarity, and connection, leaving you feeling lonely. To perform an effective dopamine detox, you don't have to cut out everything that stimulates that rush of dopamine. Instead, target your detox at the behaviors and compulsions that you have trouble with on a regular basis, such as your phone, social media, or unhealthy food. These are all great behaviors to address because you can tackle these issues without interfering too much with your life. Whether you're fasting from one thing or 10 things, you should start your dopamine fasting by creating a list of cans and cans. This list will be your rule book throughout your detox, so whenever you feel like breaking the rules, you can go back and look at this list to remind yourself which habits you can do and which habits you can't. Next, take care of any outstanding problems that might come up during this period. If you have to let people know that you're stepping away from your phone, do it now. Make sure you have no extraneous reasons to check your phone or to break your list of rules. You should also use this time to notify your friends and family. Let people know what you're doing. Not only does it stimulate a sense of accountability, but it also helps you create a sense of space between your detox and your daily life. When you've got everything prepared, it's time to get started. The best time to start your detox is first thing in the morning. If you want to start on a Monday, get everything prepared on Sunday so you can start your fast from the moment you wake up. Keep your rule book handy, keep your motivations in mind, and put your distractions as far away as possible, because out of sight means out of mind. Most people maintain their detox for a 24-hour cycle. You wake up without temptation and you fall asleep without temptation, but others extend their fasting to 48 hours or week-long periods. If you're fasting from food, experts recommend stopping after 24 hours, as a longer period may lead to more significant problems with your health. Whichever length you choose, remember to be realistic. If you've never done a dopamine detox before, you may struggle. Don't expect yourself to suddenly fast for an entire month. Try 12 hours, and if you enjoy the experience, try a full day. Eventually, you may have the self-control to detox for an entire week, but this self-control takes time and practice. As you dive into this period of separation, take plenty of time to reflect on your relationship with want and desire. Do you feel uncomfortable being away from your temptations? What makes you uncomfortable? Are you craving temptation? Experts recommend writing these feelings down because you'll want to read them later. Finally, when your detox comes to a close, spend a few more moments in quiet reflection. Do you feel more control than before? Are you less impulsively grabbing your phone? Many people feel a sense of empowerment after performing a dopamine detox. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. We hope you found this video informative and helpful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. And as always, stay curious and keep learning.